Hi, and welcome to History from Home from Beaumont Heritage Society, where we teach parents about fun history-related activities that they can do at home with their kids. Today, we are talking about yarn dolls. Yarn dolls are really fun and really simple to make, and they're a great way to illustrate to children that during John J. French's time period in the mid-1800s, kids couldn't just run out and purchase the toys that they wanted. Instead, they had to make toys to play with out of leftover materials at home. This is a really simple activity. All you need to complete it is at least one color of yarn, but it is more fun if you have two. You will need a simple cardboard rectangle. You need some kind of material that is sturdy enough to wrap yarn around it. It can be cardboard and it can be something else. And then you will need seven pre-cut strips of yarn, either the same color or a different color. Now you can either make a boy yarn doll or a girl yarn doll, and I will illustrate how to do both. So the first thing you're gonna do is take some yarn, and you wanna start unraveling it. You are going to take your cardboard piece. Make sure you hold that yarn firmly at the bottom, and you are going to start wrapping that yarn around this cardboard piece. Now, as you continue, you will have a piece that looks similar to this. This is our starting point. We're gonna take one of those pre-cut strips of yarn. They need to be about 6 inches in length. We're going to take it, we're gonna go underneath all that yarn on that cardboard, bring it all the way to the top, and tie it off. And this will make our yarn doll's head. You wanna make sure you tie it pretty tight. All the way at the top. And now I'm going to take my scissors and cut at the opposite end that I tied the yarn doll's head. You can set your cardboard piece to the side. Now I'm going to take another of my pre-cut strips, go underneath the yarn doll, and tie it about 1/4 of the way down. This will be our yarn doll's neck. You want to tie it pretty tight. Parents, young kiddos may need some help with this. And that makes our yarn doll's head. From here, we're going to separate out some arms. You don't want them to be too thick, but you do want to try and match them up. These are my yarn doll's arms. I'm going to take those pre-cut strips of yarn, and I'm going to tie wrists onto my yarn dolls. And repeat on the other side. Now, if you'd like, you can also trim the ends of the yarn doll's hands, because our hands are not the same length as our legs. And you can also trim up those pieces we used to tie with. Okay, now we're going to take another of those 6-inch pre-cut yarns, and we are going to tie halfway down a waist into our yarn doll. Now, if your child wants to make a girl yarn doll, they can stop there. But if you'd like to keep going, you can separate out the remainder of the yarn into 2 legs and tie about where the yarn doll's ankles would be. Repeat on the other side. Trim up the pieces we tied with. And there you have your very own yarn doll. Thanks so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.